Hello, my sub 2 friends. Oh, there's something on my screen. I thought it was on my face. I got a different shirt on. Check it out. Some thrifted vintage dolphin wear with the funny neck. It's not out fishing today because it's raining and thunderstorming and it's gross outside. But I know the sun will be out in another 10 seconds because that's the way Florida is. So, I had a couple phone calls today. My first one was with Dylan Vasconcelos from Hawaii. He is a super rad surfer dude. Seems like, I think he was born and raised in Hawaii. Said he was riding mules as a kid to the beach with his surfboard. Dylan, I don't know, man. Different level stuff right there. I was not doing that when I was a child. Sounds pretty sweet, though. What I took away from his conversation is actually something he asked me to do, and that's what I'm going to share here with you guys today. So he said, "What are your goals?" And he kind of left it at that. For me personally, when I think of goals, I think of the biggest picture I can think of and then work backwards. And this is what Dylan said too. He's like, "Hey, listen, when they make movies, they always start with the ending and work backwards, right?" I said, "Yeah, I get that. That's true. I agree with that. So here I am. I'm going to start at the end of my movie with you guys, and I'm going to let the rest of the movie play out through Sub 2 as we move forward together as a group, and I'm excited for that." So what does the end of my movie look like? Well, I'd have to say that what matters the most to me is that a couple things. I treat my non existent family, because I don't have kids yet. I do have a girlfriend, and we will be having kids soon. That's something that terrifies me, and I've only been able to actually physically say that out loud in the past 6 months, maybe. So we're going to be starting a family, and at the end of my life, I want to be able to have shown my kids what my family showed me, my dad, my mom. And that is, spending time outside is one of the most important things that you could do together as a family and just for yourself. I'm a really big advocate of that as an adult. And that came from what little bit of influence my family had. We didn't go out on big giant hikes across the country or things like that. We just went out to the local woods in Pennsylvania and went fishing all the time. But that still sticks with me today, and I took that and magnified it to my own level as a young adult, and I want to be able to share that with my family. I don't want to be stuck at work. I don't want my girlfriend, my wife, whatever she becomes down the line. I don't want her to be stuck at work. I want her to be watching kids grow up and all of us spending time together. And I see how important that is, because there was one summer where my dad was able to take off the whole summer. He was a general contractor. He took off the whole entire summer and just hung out with us. And I'll never forget that. That was crazy. Like, he was just home, and we did all sorts of crazy stuff. Like, we built an outdoor ping pong table for us, and it was lit so we could play ping pong outside at night, like all summer long. And that's all we did for summer. We just played ping pong, and that's the type of experience I want to give to my kids. And the only way I can do that is if I am financially free and if I have freedom to do whatever I want with my own time. So if I look at the end of my movie, I want to be able to say that I spent as much time with my loved ones as I possibly could without worrying about where my next paycheck was going to come from, so that I would be able to pay my bills. I don't want to sacrifice time for money. I want to spend money to get back my time. That's what my ultimate goal is in this life, because there's only a certain amount of time. We all know that. And if I can buy that time, I will. So that's kind of how I want my movie to end. And I will have to say, shout out to another Hawaiian today. Both my phone call with Sub 2 folks were with Hawaiians. Curtis Sakamoto, he's 4 days into his Sub 2 journey. So I've got 1 day on him. And that's one of the things that he talked to me about too, was his family and how he's at a point where he wants to spend more time with them. And I think it's a common theme, but I think that's, could be, maybe it's why we're all here, honestly. And I hope so. That brings us all closer together and making sure that everybody succeeds. And Curtis told me, and Curtis, sorry if I'm going to blow your spot up here, but he says he's an introvert and he has trouble meeting people. So let's blow him up. He said he's going to have trouble getting 10 friends. So let's make sure he's got lots of friends. Let's get him busy, get him talking to people, and he's got a lot to offer. I know he does. He just doesn't see it yet. Thanks everybody. Peace.